Hey everyone, welcome into a timeless divine masculine, divine feminine reading. Whenever you find this, you are meant to. So let's jump right in, you guys. I'm just going to open up, tap into the masculine collective and see what they want to communicate with you right here, right now. Of course, cross watchers are welcome. My throat is closing up on me. So your masculine has really been working through a blocked throat chakra. I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure what to say or what to do. Okay. I'm nervous. I'm unsure. And I get stuck. I get stuck overthinking, overanalyzing. Okay. You know what? Spirit, what do you want this masculine collective to know if they are watching? Six of Cups and the Devil. There's fear. It's fear. You've got to let go of fear. Surrender your fear up to the divine. Get out of your head, into your heart. Trust what you know. Build up your confidence. Because confident people aren't scared. Or they're scared, but they feel the fear and they do it anyways. And when you're confident and you're self-assured, you don't fear rejection or failure. You'll just go for things. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't, oh well. That's okay too. Moving on, right? So it's like, you've got to get there. You've got to get to that place of whatever happens, happens. But I know my truth. I know what I want. And I'm going to go for it. And whatever happens, happens. And I surrender to that. I surrender to the unknown. Because that's what life is about. Nothing is certain in life. Nothing is guaranteed. The Five of Wands and the Emperor, exactly. So the Five of Wands is about conflict, inner conflict, outer conflict, struggling, chaos, drama. I feel masculine, you're fighting with other people because you're fighting with yourself on the inside. And it's coming out on the outside. So when we battle with ourselves on the inside, we will notice that in our physical reality as well. Battling on the inside equals battling on the outside. So if you're not dealing with certain things in your inner world, then you might explode on somebody because you're irritated, because they triggered you, because you're not dealing with something or facing a truth or owning up to something or taking action when you know you should take action. You know, for example, I can see a lot of masculines with a karmic partner and I'm just going to talk to the divine masculine. Divine masculine, you've had enough. You've had enough and you've wanted out of this relationship for a long time. And instead of facing your truth and taking action and make changes, you stay with that person and then they irritate you. And then you lash out at them and they're like, why are you mad at me? And you're mad at that person because you're not dealing with your truth. You're not owning up to it. You're mad at them because you're irritated that they aren't your divine feminine. That's what I'm getting. I'm also getting that you have a lot of tension building up inside of you, and then it's just coming out in like explosive ways, like lashing out at people, snapping at people, getting angry. Maybe you play sports and you're like overly aggressive. And people are like, whoa, whoa, why is that guy so aggressive? Well, it's because you have all this like pent up anger or frustration and it's coming out in the wrong way. It's not being channeled or dealt with in an appropriate, mature way, to be honest, you guys. And the Emperor is all about just bossing up, being confident, taking a chance, taking a risk. The Emperor is not afraid of failure or rejection. Pressure change in my right ear, my divine masculine side. The Emperor just goes for it. If it works out, great. I'll succeed. It'll be a win for me. And if it doesn't work out, oh well, at least I tried. And you'll never know unless you try. And that's why successful people are successful, and why confident people get what they want, because they actually go for it. No risk, no reward. If you don't go for something, you're never going to get it, ever. There's no chance. There's zero chance. But if you go for something, it's 50-50, isn't it? It might work, it might not. But at least I have 50% chance of something working out. But if I don't go for something altogether, then I'm 100% guaranteed to not get that. And that's the difference between a page energy or a knight energy or even a king energy and the emperor energy. Okay? There's a lot of chaos, conflict, fighting in your external world as a result of it's a direct reflection of your inner world. So if you want to create peace in your outer world, you have to first create it within. And you create peace within by doing the healing work, the introspection, facing your fears, acknowledging your truth, speaking your truth, acting from a space of truth, creating change, appropriate change that aligns with your truth. And I'm hearing no more hiding, no more hiding. Okay? Because I feel like for some of you, specifically those of you who are in another relationship with somebody, that person, you've been lashing out at them and they're very confused. They don't understand why. So they're getting like the brunt of your anger because you're mad at them for being them. You're mad at them for being them, who they are, because who they are isn't in alignment with who you are anymore, but you're not facing that truth. Does that make sense? It's like, and then your partner may feel like, well, what can I do? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just me. And like, you're mad at me for being me. And like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what did I do? What did I do? And it's like, well, nothing. I'm just changing, but I haven't been moving with the change, or I've been denying the fact that I've changed. So that's the main problem. That's what I'm picking up on. So you're not sure what to say. You're nervous, you're unsure, and you're feeling stuck, and you're not sure what to say, not only to your divine feminine, but also to other people. And I think this is where you've got to spend some time alone and get clear on what you want. Like, face it, face your truth, step into your power, be assertive, face it head on. The Emperor faces things head on. He doesn't pussyfoot around things. Okay, he doesn't sugarcoat things. He says it how it is, and he tackles things head on, right then and there. He doesn't wait. He doesn't let things build up until there's like an awkward energy, or until things get overwhelming, or until he explodes on people. No, he deals with things right then and right there in a very mature manner, and he's able to articulate himself and communicate very effortlessly to people. Yeah, 8 of Swords. So this is that stuck energy. I don't know what to say. I'm helpless. Well, you're not helpless, okay? You're not. Nothing's hopeless. You're not a victim. You're not stuck. You're choosing to be stuck. That's what I'm hearing. And I know this from personal experience, you guys. Everyone goes through this. Nobody is perfect. It's all part of, the journey. It's part of our growth and our expansion and learning. So you're overthinking and you're getting stuck in your head and you're going around and around and around and around in circles. I also feel like you're not facing the fact that you feel stuck and stagnant in a specific situation or relationship or job in your life that you're currently in. Okay? You're feeling stuck. You have the power to change your situation. You and only you have the power to free yourself. And you free yourself by stepping into love, trust, and faith, owning up to your truth, facing your truth, speaking your truth, living your truth, looking at the root cause, the root issues, and addressing them so that, so that things aren't swept under the rug and ignored, and so that things don't build up into an awkward tension between you and other people and then end in a big explosive argument because you're not dealing with the issue in the first place, right? So it's like there's an issue, and then it's like ignore, sweep under the rug, pretend it doesn't exist, distraction, look over here, look over there, ignore that person, do something else instead. But then if you keep avoiding, it's going to keep building, getting worse, and worse until you actually look at it. Okay. It's like a wound. If you get a bad wound, and you just leave it, you don't tend to it, you let dirt get in it, then all of a sudden it's like getting infected and you're like, just leave it. But no, it needs attention. It's infected. So it's like, don't ignore things that need your attention, because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. It's just going to fester. Your emotions will fester. Your anger and your frustration will fester. And then all of a sudden you're having arguments and fighting with people, and they're like, where is this coming from? I thought we were fine. Why are you angry? Why are you lashing out at me? What did I do? That person didn't do anything. It's you that didn't do anything. It's you that needs to do something. And what you need to do is tell somebody how you're really feeling about them. Hey, here's my truth. Right? Because if we don't own up to our truth, then other people suffer. Other people get caught in the crossfire. That's what I just heard. Other people get caught in the crossfire. Okay? So sorry about my throat, you guys. It's just closing up because this masculine has a blocked throat chakra. Ace of Cups. So this is about your heart space. It's about love. It's about love. New beginnings in love. And I feel like your heart is with your feminine, but it's like you're not allowing yourself to have that, and so it's creating issues. You got to follow your heart. You have to trust your heart. Two of Cups. So I feel like there's a lot of conflict in your relationships right now, Divine Masculine. Perhaps with your family members, a boyfriend, girlfriend, a spouse. Could be that your friendships are suffering. Maybe your relationships at work with your coworkers are suffering, or even with your clients. If you're a business owner and you have clients and you're not dealing with your staff, then it might be coming out. Something like that. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like your relationships are under a lot of stress right now. I'm hearing stress, duress, fighting, arguing. It's chaotic. There's drama. There's explosive energy here. You're also struggling because you don't know what to say to your feminine, but you also, I feel, don't know what to say to other people. Like you don't know how to explain yourself, and it might benefit you to just take some time, withdraw, grab a journal or a piece of paper, and just let your heart speak. Sit down with yourself and tune in to your own feelings and your emotions and your heart space for a minute. And just free write. Okay, nobody has to read it. You don't even have to keep it. You can burn it later if you want to. But I feel there's a need here to express yourself from the heart, to write something down, to journal, to express how you really feel, to like work through your emotions. The Page of Pentacles. So this is it, you guys. I'm going to get some water. So I feel you are operating in page energy right now when Spirit wants you to be operating in your Emperor energy, your Divine Masculine energy. So pages, they feel insecure. They feel less than. They lack confidence. Where Emperors, it's like they have clear vision forward. They know who they are. They know what they want. And then they take action on that. They take decisive, focused, dedicated action towards that. And they face things head on. and they don't hide or run from anything. They don't run from conflict. They don't run from an awkward conversation. No. Okay. Yeah, Two of Swords. That's like feeling conflicted. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. The Queen of Cups. It's about speaking from your heart, tapping into your heart space, allowing yourself to go there, allowing yourself to feel the feelings, trusting your emotions. Ten of Swords. This is about letting go. What do you need to let go of? Do you need to let go of the ego? Do you need to let go of fear, control, overthinking? There's bubbles coming out my throat. Do you need to release a partner that you're with in order to move towards your heart's desires? Do you need to release yourself from some sort of job that you're not enjoying? What is it? What is it for you? Because I really am feeling like something needs to go here, but it's like and you know that too. You know that too, but you're not dealing with it. And because of that, there's a lot of issues that are being created because you're not operating from a space of truth. And so if you start off on a lie, and I'm not saying that you're doing this on purpose, and I'm so sorry about my throat, you guys, I can't help it. But if you build upon things that are insincere or false or fake or a lie, for example, then it's very unstable. That is an unstable foundation upon which to build, because everything built upon that is going to be a reflection of that. Everything that's built on a lie will be a lie. It will be an extension of that lie. Okay, so you just have to be so careful. So careful. The Three of Pentacles. A third party, a work situation, planning, preparing, building. What is this? The Four of Wands. It's stability. It's the foundation. That's what I was just talking about. Spirit wants to warn you against building upon an unstable foundation that is built on not your truth. That's going to end very badly for a lot of people. When you don't own up to your truth, everyone else suffers. It has a very wide effect, okay? It has like a trickle-down effect, a butterfly effect. Other people suffer, it's not just you. And I feel like Spirit wants you to carefully consider what you're building here and how you're building it. And Spirit's just not messing around today. This message is just very straightforward, to the point. I'm not gonna mince my words or sugarcoat things, because I'm being guided not to. I'm being guided to just fucking say it how it is, okay? And if you resonate with it, great. If you don't, great. The Empress. I picked up the deck and the Empress is on the table here. So yeah, like, okay, many of you watching, you're an Emperor. You're in this Emperor energy, but you're not living up to it, for starters. And for others of you, like, you know that you're this Emperor, but you're with a Page, with somebody else who is not on your level. I'm not saying they're less than you. I'm just saying they're not on your level. And this person may feel more like a child or a hindrance than a partner. Someone that you have to placate, support, hold their hand through every part of life. And it holds you back from what you really want, because you have to, instead of being with like a spouse who's a partner, you're with a spouse who's like a child, and they just add more work to your plate. They bring problems rather than solutions, and they stop you from really stepping into this leadership role that you really want, because they're holding you back with their issues. That's just what I'm getting. And for others of you, you're in a job where it's beneath you. You're meant to be in some sort of leadership role where you're running the show, you're the boss, you're the leader, you're the manager, you're the coach, or you run your own business. Some of you, what I'm being told, another message is that some of you are running your own business and you're partnered up with somebody in a romantic nature who is also your business partner, and it's not a good match and your business is suffering. And that's hard because you've mixed business and family together, which is tricky, because then what? If the business goes under, so does the relationship perhaps. Or if the relationship goes under, well, there goes the business. I don't know. It's like a sticky situation. Yeah, that's what I'm being shown. That's like a sticky situation. Spirit wants you to know that if anything is being removed from your life right now, it's meant to be removed because you're meant for something better. That's just what I'm being shown and told. So it's like some of you are in Emperor energy and you're trying to build a life and a business and a home life or a business with a page by your side. And I'm just hearing, no. You're going to learn, if you haven't already, that that's not going to work for you. So, anything else? Gosh, these messages sound harsh, but just is what it is. The Hierophant. This is about commitment, marriage. Many of you are in a long-term commitment with a person or even a job that you don't want to be in anymore. It's making you feel very stuck, stifled, stagnant. It's very much traditional, or it's like you're a part of the rat race when you don't want to be. You want to break free from the mold, from the status quo. You want to do things differently, but it's like if you want to do that, Spirit's saying, okay, if you want to do that, then you've got to do 1, 2, 3, ABC. You've got to let go of this. You got to let go of that. You got to let go of that person. You've got to quit that job. You've got to get training in this, training in that, or whatever it is, right? You're going to have to push yourself, step into the unknown. You're going to have to let go. Move beyond fear. Own up to your truth. Follow your heart. Rebuild. You can't be afraid of rebuilding. You can't be afraid of loss. If you cling on to something that you actually don't want or that is begging to be released, you are going to stunt your growth. You're going to hold yourself back, and you're just going to delay the inevitable. You're just going to waste your energy clinging onto something that's going to end up leaving your life anyways. We do have free will, but at the end of the day, we don't. We do and we don't, you know. If we're in a relationship that we're not meant to be in, that we're supposed to leave, we can stay there, but it's going to be fucking hell. The divine isn't going to make it pleasant. If we're in a job or a career or a relationship that we're not supposed to be in and we're supposed to leave, the divine isn't going to go, oh, okay, sure, just stay there and here's all of these blessings. No. If we're meant to leave, we need to leave. If we're meant for more, we've got to let go and move on without any fear so that we can have new beginnings, new relationships, new opportunities, and receive our divine blessings. But if we're hanging on to our old life, we can't move into our new life. So the divine will just keep coming in with lesson after lesson after lesson, harsh lesson after harsh lesson, tower, 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 epiphany, epiphany, epiphany. Your relationships will become volatile, destructive, impossible to be in. You'll start hating your job. You won't want to wake up in the morning. You might even fall into depression or anxiety. And these are all signs saying, get out, make changes, let go. This isn't serving you. Listen, 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 listen to your higher self and the divine. Don't ignore what's right in front of you. Don't suppress your truth or ignore your truth. Live your truth. And I know that because I've experienced that. You know, Amanda, when are you going to learn? When are you going to leave that relationship? When are you going to let go? Oh, she's still hanging on. Bring in the tower. Oh, they brought in the tower. And I wish I would have listened. It's better to be proactive than to push things away and force the universe to bring in a tower, which forces your hand. It's better to just Trust your intuition, take proactive steps, get the job done before the universe has to intervene with destructive energy. But so yes, we do have free will. We can choose to stay in a destructive, toxic relationship or job, but the universe is not going to reward us if we stay somewhere we're not supposed to be. They're going to make it really fucking hard for us to stay there until we leave. I just heard, what do you want? The divine is saying, what do you want, masculine? What do you want? And then go after it. Make the changes to align with your desires. The Seven of Wands, this is about resistance, you guys. It's about pushing away your destiny, pushing away your intuition, pushing away the guidance from the divine, pushing away your spirit guides, pushing away your knowingness, pushing away true love, pushing away your divine feminine, for example, pushing away and resisting the healing process, pushing away your happiness, resisting letting go. Like, no, I don't want to let go. No. And the divine is like, okay, but it's not going to be pretty. You can keep hanging on, but it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot more than it needs to hurt. And in the meantime, a lot of people are going to get hurt. They're going to get caught in the crossfire, because if you're not living your truth, again, it's like, it's a trickle-down effect, a negative trickle-down effect. It affects everyone involved. It's going to be difficult. You're going to work and get nowhere. You're going to start losing money. You're going to feel fatigued. You'll feel stuck. You'll feel blocked in life. You'll start resenting people. It's just going to go downhill is what I'm hearing. Five of Swords, that's ego, self-sabotage. So it's like, take a good hard look at the ego. Are you operating from the ego? Fear is a trap of the ego. Control is a trap of the ego. It's about surrendering and going with the divine plan and following your heart and trusting your intuition and not being afraid of letting go, you guys. So I don't know, this was the message. And in terms of communicating, just speak from the heart. You know, if you're not sure what to say, sit down, tap into your heart space, write a few things down on a piece of paper, and just start there. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or grand. It can just be, hey, how are ya? Don't overthink communication with your divine feminine if you are. And if you're worried about communication with others, all you have to do, your main responsibility, is just speaking your truth. How other people respond to your truth is not your fucking problem, okay? Like, it's just not. You can't control that. So you come with your truth, you speak your truth, and that's that. You've done a great job. That's all you can do. How people respond or receive your truth is really out of your control and not something you should be worried about. Some people may like your truth. Others may fly off the handle. Again, it's not your problem how other people respond. It's worse to live a lie and placate people and pretend than to come out with the truth and hurt someone or let somebody down. Because the real hurt is pretending to be with someone when you don't want to be. Because I think about that in my own life. If I was with someone and they were pretending to be with someone, I would be so mad. Because that person's lie then would become my lie. And then I would be living a lie. Which isn't fair when I could be with someone who loves me. Do you know what I mean? So I hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to sign off here. I hope you found this helpful. Bye.